name for a Manning County, we're a speed trap. You know, we've got a bypass that we have had numerous accidents on. And something had to be done to try to curtail it. And he has some deputies that are certified, they are running radar, they are writing tickets, and that will generate some revenue. They're catching some people out there on the interstate that's flying. They're not after our local folks unless it's flagrant. If it's flagrant, you're gonna get caught. But the sheriff, we appreciate what he's doing to help with this budgetary situation that the state patrol is dropped and the state's dropped the ball on. One other thing, I want to touch on the hospital just for a moment. Mr. Oglesby and I talked with a fellow commissioner in Campbell County. Today, a friend of mine, Mr. Donnie Wells, their hospital in Campbell County is going through some of the same situation that we're in. The only difference is they don't have a bond issue that we've got. They've got an election coming up next month, and they have got a referendum on their election with 3 options. And if y'all remember several years ago, there was some options here about some things in this county. But they've got 3 options in Campbell County for their hospital. 0 millage to support it, 1 mill to support it, or 2 mills to support it. It will be voted on next month. This county, because of the bond that was issued, when the construction was to start on this hospital, we do not have the luxury to go to y'all and say, vote on it. It's there, we've got it. Times have gone bad. You can't let it sink. If we lose the hospital, we will have no chance of any economic development. Cuba finds out that hospital's closed, you forget them coming. You can forget it. The board has made it very clear. There's, I think, some hospital people here. I see Joe back there, he's on the hospital authority. We have worked with them very closely. Mr. Davis and I have been on it now for several years. I came on right when the project had been approved. I knew nothing about hospitals. I knew a lot about track business, but I didn't know a whole lot about a hospital. I've learned a lot in the last 7 years. We have expressed to them that it was a dire need, that our intentions was not to continually fund the hospital through this bonding. We put up $1.6 million a few days ago to take care of the debt, and we told them we would try to do it for the next time, but our intentions was not to continue funding. And that's still the contention of this board, is to not fund it all the way through the time of bondage. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman. Has anybody figured out how much rollback is have to be on the budget to get us back where we were last year? Dollars and cents?
1.7. Other than the hospital, it would be 1.7%. Very,
And
very.
you're telling me we can't trim that much out of these services?
I'm not telling you that.
I just believe that right here in the budget, we can all tighten our belts a little bit, and we can roll this thing back to where we live with. I know it won't, there might be some services that have to last, but, if we quit eating ice cream and start eating cornbread.
Mr. Chairman, to answer your question, I don't think that there's been one thing said tonight that's going to fall on deaf ears. This proposal is a proposed budget, and I, for one, I've spoken with Russ on numerous occasions. We're going to go back and we're going to talk about a lot of issues. One thing we can't do is we can't cut emergency services. That's just not, we've got to have that in our community. That's the life of our community, and I feel comfortable with that. I think all of y'all agree with that. Other stuff, I feel like we all going to go back and talk, and we'll go back after tonight, also talk with department heads and give their input. But this is a proposed budget. I'm not telling you that we can do it, but I'm telling you we're definitely going to try. And how much it meant to us for y'all to say what you say, because that's everything to us, because we're a community and we want to stay that way. A good community works together, and we're going, we've got to do that. We got to do that for everyone who's in here. Now I'm not saying that it's possible, But I'm saying it's a good possibility. That's what I can, yeah.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Carmichael back here.
I will, as chairman of the hospital, we accept the responsibility of 2.25 million. Actually, 1.75, but we will accept 2.25. But what the community needs to understand